Oh,
That tooth could have been fixed last summer, but the VA kept giving me the runaround on that. When I finally did get an appointment with a dentist, it was about 10 miles away. I can't drive. I'm clinically blind, not totally blind, but clinically blind. I have a huge blind spot on my left side. Glasses are not correcting that. I also have cataracts in both eyes. I have floaters in my right eye. My driving would be like Ray Charles driving. Illegal, can't be done. Not safe. I will not operate anything that weighs more than I do, especially if I'm going faster than 20 miles an hour. Unlike Florida, Colorado required me to have a motorcycle license in order to operate anything that was faster than 20 miles an hour. So I'm pretty much stuck walking everywhere. So now, what about just getting somebody to take me around? Well, a great idea, except for a couple of things. They say, oh my God, we're all going to die. I can't get a ride anywhere, except for the few people that realize I'm not contagious. The fear-mongering and bullying must stop, or this disabled veteran is going to show you what I can still do, in spite of the fact I can barely control my left side. I am tired of the bullying. It has to stop. And I'm tired of tyrants like Polis. I will vote that dickhead out of office if given the chance to. I guess I'm going to have to put some disclaimer that I'm using a couple of bad words, because I am quite angry. I put up with what seems like 5 years of bullying. My stroke was a little over 4 years ago. I was in the emergency room 3 days. 3 days in the emergency room. IV in my arm. Something like this. I get on the right finger here. Now, if you're wondering why I'm putting on this finger, it's not to be rude. This is the finger that every doctor, every medic has used since my stroke. They always put it on this finger. Now, we'll give you, if I can, okay, maybe this was a bad idea, but I'm going to try to give you a reading. If you can't read it, I'll admit it. My pulse is at 95 because I'm aggravated. Now, let me correct that. My pulse is 102, 103 because I'm aggravated. And again, in the interest of fair disclosure, and why am I wearing this hat? I don't really like the idea of my face being on a camera because of all this tracking going on. I want you to see that I'm a real person, but I don't want to be tracked everywhere I go. So I'm objecting to that as well. Now, why is there no door on that closet behind me? Because the door gets in my way of actually using the closet. I've had as many doors removed and stored elsewhere as I can. Almost all of the inside doors have been removed. Now you can see there's a door behind me. But I've asked to have doors removed so I don't kick them and fall into the closet. I already have problems with balance and coordination. The last thing I need is dizziness aggravating that problem. And fact checkers can't access my medical records without my permission, so those Nazis can kiss the area that's off camera. In a little bit, I am going, okay, my pulse is still 105. Oxygen level without a mask, 99%. Normal. I rarely get to 100%, but 99 is good enough. Anything below 93 will make me extremely dizzy. Anything below 90 is a health hazard. For those of you that are too lazy to look that up.
The cover came off the batteries. I think I'm going to have to remove this. I like it, but honestly, it's causing problems. The cover won't stay on this thing with that strap in there. I'm probably going to have to take this off. Now, nurses will often use these to hang around their neck. I'm not a nurse. Now, I'm not going to... If you look at my profile on Facebook, which you may not be able to access because of privacy settings, but if you can access it, look at my profile. Look at the photo albums. One album is nothing but certificates and diplomas. You can't see the ones that are scattered around this room. But if you ever visit me in person, you will see the certificates and diplomas I have scattered around my apartment. Now, this isn't staying on. Well, anyways, I'm going to try again to give you the baseline. I was looking for my blood pressure cuff. I have had several of them. Haven't found them yet. Okay. It's reset. So I'm waiting for it to get a new reading. Now, full disclosure, I have sleep apnea. The only mask I should be wearing is a CPAP. My chiropractor, who probably doesn't want to be quoted, has told me to my face that if I can't safely wear a mask, I don't have to have one on while I'm in his office. Now, I get the evil eye from people who don't understand that. But the people who actually work in that office know, because of this, that I can't safely wear a mask more than 10 minutes at a time. One thing that infuriates me is people I see driving with a mask on. They are the only one in the vehicle. There's no reason to have a mask on. No valid reason. And the shitheads, they say, oh, they don't reduce oxygen. This proves otherwise, you discharge. This proves that it reduces oxygen. And when I'm struggling to breathe, my pulse gets even higher than it is now. I have high blood pressure. That can cause dizziness as well. So people say, oh, if you're that disabled, don't go out. Not a choice sometimes. Doctors won't come to me. The only doctor that will come to me is Jack Kevorkian, Dr. Death, the guy that helps me commit suicide. That is the only doctor that will come to me. So don't tell me to stay home when I have to go to a doctor. My spine is so unstable that I need a chiropractor almost every day. I can't afford that. Don't give me stay home crap. That is a form of discrimination that is illegal. And it's bullying. Alright, now once I settle down a little bit, I'm going to try the experiment. I hope you'll pardon me, but I do need to blow my nose. And that is one of the big problems with wearing any kind of mask. I can't blow my nose or get a sip of water when I have a stupid fear mask on. And they are fear masks. So stop. I got a fear mask. Yeah, I call it a fear mask because there's something like fear that says you have to wear one. Not real science, fear. The science is nothing more than politically motivated horsemanship to tell, oh, hey, you must wear a mask because I, the great expert, say so. I, the governor of whatever state you're in, say so. Well, Governor so-and-so, Governor Jared Powell, show me your medical degree. Bill Gates, show me your medical degree, or shut up and stop the bullying. I cannot blow my nose while my nose is covered with a useless fear mask. Proof. I just proved it can't be done. So stop the bullying. Well, if you can't blow your nose, you need to blow your nose every 5 minutes, don't go out. I already told you, turkeys, that is not an option. Yes, I can have food brought to me. Oh, what about my cable? If you can see that mess in the corner, when the cable installers came in here with masks and gloves on, they were still in a panic because I wasn't wearing a hazmat suit. Oh my God, we can't be in your bedroom more than 5 seconds. They run out of here in a panic without finishing the job because they're cowards. who won't look anything up on a website that's not run by somebody who's trying to sell vaccines or a mask. And by the way, for those of you too lazy to look it up, the CDC is not a government agency. They are a for-profit vaccine manufacturer. Consider the source, not actual doctors. Vaccine manufacturer telling you to wear a mask every second you're awake. Consider the source. Vaccine manufacturer, not government agency. Vaccine manufacturer telling you to wear a mask. Look it up on some website that's not a propaganda site. Now I'm going to begin the experiment. Most of you won't watch this. Oh, that start off a rant? Yes. I've been angry for a very long time, and I have a right to be. I am 100% disabled. Now I'm going to start the experiment after I get a sip of water. You got my baseline. Wow. Well, the oxygen's at 98% without a mask. My pulse is 117. I don't know what my blood pressure is because I can't find my blood pressure cuff. I have one that goes on the wrist. Of course, whenever people get upset like this, they say, settle down, settle down. Well, because I can't get into the VA clinic, that's about 1,000 feet in that direction, can't get in the building at all. The last VA employee that I spoke with, now, I'm not drunk, but unfortunately, the way my brain was injured, it affects my ability to chew food and affects my ability to talk clearly. That's called dysphagia. Look it up. Dysphagia. I have it. As I already mentioned, I was in the emergency room for 3 days with an IV and a clamp. Pretty much chained out of the bed. Had to get permission to pee because of all the medical equipment in me and on me. Did they get permission to put an IV? Hell no. They did it without asking. And then when I complained, it took 2 days to remove it. Violation of me as a human being. That is rape. IV in me without permission is rape. Oh no, we're doctors, we're allowed to rape you. Not according to many state laws. And I have to be awake to give consent. Putting something in me when I am asleep or just waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning is not getting consent. Things were done to me for 5 weeks. Things were done to me without consent. And yes, I'm still angry about it. Get over it? No. You get violated and then see how quickly it takes you get over it. Well, they didn't actually rape. Yes, they did. They put foreign objects in me without even asking. That is rape. And that's why I won't go to the emergency room, because I get raped every time I'm in one. No permission. Even after I say, no, they will put some more foreign object in me. That is rape. All right. I gotta blow my nose again. Ah, crap. Okay. I have to pick it. Yep. You might notice the way I'm struggling to stay in this chair. That is from the stroke. Well, if you can't walk or stay in a chair, you should stay home. I am home. That's the point you're missing. I rarely go anywhere because I had a stroke and have no help whatsoever. The VA is too cheap to provide me with any help. Okay, now back to the experiments. This, I don't even know if this is washable, to be honest with you. But this and this, these are the filters that come with an N95 mask. I don't know if they're washable. I took them out of my mask so I could actually breathe with the thing on. Oh, they don't restrict your breathing. They restrict my breathing. Fact checker, stay out of my business. They do restrict my breathing. Unless you have access to my record, which you shouldn't because of HIPAA, then you can't prove that this actually does not cause a problem for me. My chiropractor has seen that it does. Oh, what about these masks? Well, I have a tendency to break the ear loops. Because I have such poor control on my left side, I have trouble getting one of these on properly. I've broken the ear loops of almost every one of these I've tried to use. I bought a box of them so I can keep at least one in my backpack. Why don't I use a backpack because I can't drive and have no help. So everything I can't carry in my hands has to go in the backpack. Alright? I remember being in the chiropractor, a different chiropractor, I won't give his name, but I'm in his office because he's one of those dickheads that says you must wear a mask no matter what. Well, and the doctor has a right to say that except for one thing. He didn't check me out first before telling me to wear a mask. Therefore, he doesn't know whether or not I can actually wear one of these safely before demanding I have one on. Can't see the doctor until I'm already suffocating. Oh, they don't suffocate you. Horse manure, they do. And this proves it. Do I pass out? Not yet. But if I'm so dizzy before I put a mask on, I stay home. If I'm strong enough to go outside without a mask on, I do. Unfortunately, out of ignorance and fear, the manager of my apartment complex had put a note on my door, which I've countered with a different sign, explaining that she can't demand I wear a mask because it's illegal. So, no more of these stupid, you must wear a mask, you must wear a mask, you must wear a mask notes on my door. And that's what angered me. If they left me alone, I wouldn't say anything. Now, what about getting around when I'm not walking? Well, some Lyft drivers will allow me to ride without a mask on. Some won't. But the last email I got from Lyft said, no mask, no ride. That is illegal discrimination. I can't safely wear one. Yes, you can. Governor Polis says so. Well, Governor Polis, show me your medical degree. Bill Gates, show me your medical degree. You can't see them because they're in a different room. But I don't have a medical degree, but I have Army training as a medic, which is a lot more than Jared Polis and Bill Gates have. So don't say, where's your degree, where's your degree? Bill Gates, Polis, where are yours? Okay, I'm going to put this mask on. Again, baseline, pulse 117, not good. If and when I settle down, it might go to what's more normal for a man my age. But the main thing, okay, I gotta wait for this thing to reset. Oxygen levels. We're 99 the last time I checked. That is normal, that is good, that is healthy. Even upset, without a mask on, my oxygen levels are at least 97%, therefore safe. The dizziness I'm feeling right now is probably from my blood pressure. Yeah, this thing isn't reset yet. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put the mask on now. I have to take my hat and glasses off in order to get a mask on. Oh, it's a minor inconvenience. Not for someone who has my vision. It's a major inconvenience. My uncorrected vision is about 2400. Enough to be a serious hazard. I'm trying to make sure I get this on the right way. Supposedly these have a strip in them. If there's one in here, I'm not, oh, there is one. Now I was told that if I turn the strip out a little bit, it'll stop my glasses from fogging up. That might be true. This is going to be the first time I'm trying that. Now, notice, my ears are not that red, but they will start turning red as a result of having this mask on and my glasses. Now I'm already having trouble seeing. Another thing that most people don't consider, for those of us who have to wear glasses, fogging up is a hazard for somebody who already has vision problems. Trying to figure out how to prevent my glasses from fogging up. Well, have you ever considered this possibility? If the glasses are being fogged up because I'm wearing a mask, then guess what? My breath is all over my face. This is why we're told not to touch our faces. Not much of a choice when I wear glasses. especially when the people that adjust them don't know what they're doing and can't do the job correctly. For a while, before the scamdemic started, I would have my glasses adjusted almost every day. The women working there were getting tired of my being in there and started charging me extra to adjust my glasses because I was in there almost every day. Well, if you do the job correctly, the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time, I wouldn't be in there every day. And then after arguing with a nitwit named Amanda, also called AJ, she said, "Oh, well, if you can't or won't wear a mask, then don't come in here." That is illegal discrimination, Amanda. And I've already filed a complaint against you, and I will file a complaint every time it happens. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I can see it should be working, but it's not. Okay, maybe I had it on the wrong way. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, I think. Still trying to figure out how to get this to stop fogging up my glasses. This is why people often take their noses out of the mask so they can actually breathe, or the glasses are so fogged up they can't see. And if your glasses are fogged up while you're driving, you are driving while impaired and therefore breaking the law. Not some mandate, you must wear a mask, you must wear a mask. If you're wearing a mask while driving, you are driving while impaired. And I wish I could finish, if I was a police officer, I would have already given tickets to at least 4 idiots for driving with a mask on because they were driving while impaired. But they don't lower your oxygen level. This says otherwise. They do. I'm still waiting for this thing to reset. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I'm going to try this again. Okay. Well, there's one thing that's clear. If I'm not wearing this thing correctly, it won't give me a reading. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not getting a reading. I see this squiggling line. Okay, if you can see this, I don't know what's going on with this. Alright, well, so I can wear a mask. So I'm not saying it's physically impossible to wear a mask. What I'm trying to prove with this and a blood pressure cuff, if I ever find one, is how much my health problems are aggravated by having a mask on. The previous videos, once this thing starts working correctly, I might try this again with the N95 mask. I ordered this is the N95 that everybody wants. This mask has no label. I've seen labels, but my mask doesn't have it. Because it was made in China, it doesn't have the label. But some of these masks have a label that says they can cause cancer. I can't show you that because my mask doesn't have it. If you read the box that this mask came in, it says will not protect you against coronavirus. This mask is great for dust, smoke, things of that sort, not a virus. Wearing a mask like this too long will increase the amount of bacteria that's all over my face because something like this, it gets damp. They say, well, sir, didn't wear that. Well, first off, for those of you that don't bother to actually check anything instead of trusting social media, wearing this kind of mask more than half an hour at a time is not recommended by the people who actually make the mask. It's not recommended to have this mask on more than half an hour. Why? Because when it gets damp from your breath, it was a breeding ground for bacteria and viruses. A fat that keeps being denied by the shithead on social media that censor everything. This mask is taking my viruses and making sure I rebreathe them, increasing the possibility of getting sick. But you protect the other. Well, first off, as a 100% disabled veteran, I have earned the right to take care of myself. I spent 8 years, 9 months, 18 days protecting you. I'm no longer required to do so. So back off. I am not required to protect you. And the next time I see somebody eating a McDonald's grease burger, I'm going to smack it out of their hand because I'm required to protect them from their own stupidity, according to the fearmongers. Oh, well, you're hurting me. Well, am I hurting you because I don't exercise every day? Oh my God, if I don't take my birth control, the woman down the street's going to get pregnant. That's the kind of thinking I'm getting from these fearmongers. And it's aggravating. Okay, this isn't working for some reason. I'm going to make another attempt to get this on here correctly. Cover came off. I don't know if the batteries will stay in this thing without the cover, to be honest. It looks like they're staying in. Okay. Well, it looked like this experiment is a bust. I can't get the damn thing to work correctly. Okay. Try it again. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on with this thing. If and when it starts giving me a reading, I might be able to tell you what the numbers are. Well, yes, so I've proven that I can wear a mask. The key word is safely. So people say, oh, it's an inconvenience. Gee whiz. Being so dizzy, I'm about ready to pass out. Just an inconvenience. I'm already struggling with balance and coordination. Oh, you're going to hit a white ass. Well, the man I wear a mask protects you and making you the bully and you the quiet ass. You, cry baby. You'll give me a virus you don't have. Well, I'm going to tell you hypocrites this. Do you wear a condom every single time you have sex? And even if you do, which I doubt, do you get tested for syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes, etc. every single time you have sex? If no, then you're a hypocrite. Tell me I got to be tested to prove I'm not infected. It's un-American, unconstitutional, and unscientific to prove, to say, you're infected, you're spreading disease everywhere you go. How do you know that? Where is the scientific evidence that my saliva has anything in it more dangerous than a sinus infection? You can't prove that without invading my privacy and forcing a test on me I won't consent to. You spread diseases. No, I'm not, you asshole. No, I'm not. Prove it that my spit has anything more dangerous than a sinus infection. Otherwise, back off. I'm sorry. I'm not getting a reading from this thing. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with it. Okay. Experiment busted because I couldn't get this thing to work correctly. When I do, I'll try again. For now, I'm going to stop this because it's already gone close to half an hour.